With that in mind, Flight didn't win a single game this June and had a record of 0-7. His loss.
You couldn't get me one flight. This nigga get me one win, bro. He really would have lost 8 games, cause if he would have played Solo Minati in June, bro, that shit would have been ugly. I ain't gonna lie.
Flight had a June record of 0-7, and when you combine this with his all-time record, Flight is now 24-128. Just to this with his all-time record, Flight is now 24.
Flight, you lost 128 times, bro. And I bet 24 of those wins was against people that haven't even touched the basketball a day in their life. 128? You lost 128 losses?
From 3, Flight attempted 40 shots and only made 8 of them, which results in a 23-point field goal.
Flight, just stop shooting threes. Stop shooting threes, Flight. Like, you not Curry, bro. This man, he look up to Curry so much, bro. All he do is just shoot threes, man. Like, just.
Now let's take a look.
That's
at
poo-poo. Oh my lord.
2025. Compared to the previous years, there are not as many shots attempted, but it's still worth breaking down. As you see, Flight was pretty efficient around this.
Yeah, on the right side. Yeah, he loved driving right, doing that damn fadeaway hook, goddamn layup, whatever the fuck it is. Look, man, y'all see by the title of the goddamn video, 2025 June Flights 1v1 stats, record, and shot chart. I was finna say shot cart, but shot chart. I feel like this year he did pretty decent, bro. Like, he did alright this year. Not in the previous years. He did. Lord have mercy. That nigga he shot the goddamn ball like he didn't give a fuck. Like, damn. But yeah, this year Flight had made a huge upgrade from what I seen in the 1v1s. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like the video, turn on post notifications, follow me on every social media link that's in that description below. And yeah, we finna go ahead and jump right into this video, bro. June Flight stats. Yeah.
What's good, YouTube? Today I'm back with another video, and
Let's
today I'm going to be analyzing June Flight's 1v1s. Of course, this is the 5th straight year that I've done this type of video, so I want to thank you guys for keeping this series alive. Just like the other videos, I'll be breaking down June Flight's game, his 1v1 record, his stats, and a shot chart with all his makes and misses. Then at the end of the video,
that game with Julian Newman, bro, I was like, man, ain't no way.
Comparing this June
Flight was pulling moves out his bag that I ain't even know he had equipped.
The stats in this video will shock you, so without further ado, let's get into it. First, let's talk about June Flight's overall game this year. Offensively, Flight improved tremendously at the rim. He decided to play more off 2 feet, which worked in his favor. He was way more controlled and even developed a nice step through. He got a lot of people in the air since they were all going for the block. Also, Flight had a nice setup with the hesitation that allowed him to explode and quickly gather himself at the rim. It did look like Flight gained some muscle since he was finally leaning into the contact. However, something that Flight needs to improve is his pace. At times, he plays way too fast, which results in easy missed layups. He needs to know when to slow down and stop making his shots harder than they need to be. The potential and improvement are there, but it's those plays that make the difference and decide a game. Also, Flight needs to stop being too predictable. There were many instances where the defense already knew what he was going to do before he even did it.
Get out of here. He said it ain't no. Nigga said it ain't your June, nigga.
That's when the basketball IQ comes in. He needs to adjust just like the defense is doing and learn how to counter his shots. Now, when it came to his jump shot, Flight was very inconsistent. At times, he showed glimpses of a proper form, but then he will go on rough stretches. For example, when he played Candy, Flight started the game 3-for-4 from downtown. His follow-through looked great and he had the right shooting motion. However, due to his poor stamina, he missed the next 4 consecutive threes. These shots were all rushed.
I'm telling you, bro, if Flight stopped smoking and actually lock in, bro, and get in that lab and just, you feel me, like get with a trainer or do something like that, bro, he would put up a competition against Cash. I ain't gonna lie. This was the year that Flight should have won, cause I don't think Cash was giving it 100% for real, and he still won, bro. Cash was smoking. he was smoking with Flight, doing all this. You know, I don't think Cash was in the lab like that, but this could have been Flight's goddamn. He could have just took advantage of that, bro. Like, he could have went to the gym, locked in, stopped smoking. You know what I'm saying, bro?
And some even way too far. Flight needs to stop relying so heavily on his three. Later in the shot chart, you're gonna notice that a good majority of Flight's misses were deep threes. That type of shot selection cost him a very winnable game against Kenny. At some point, Flight just needs to lay off the dud pack. You saw how much it affected
exactly what I said.
Cash, so if Flight can just lock in for a month, he's going to have the energy to win games.
It's exactly what I said, bro.
Also gonna prevent more airballs, as in this June, Flight averaged roughly an airball per game. It's the little things that are going to make the difference between winning and losing a tight game. Lastly, let's talk about Flight's defense. Just like his offense, there were signs of him actually using his size. However, he did have a hard time contesting jumpers. He plays way too far back, and by the time he puts his hands up, he's way too late. Also, he gets blown by way too easily. Guys like Julian Newman had a field day against Flight, and it all starts with his defensive stance. He's literally standing up on defense, and for the millionth time...
See, that's unfair. Julian Newman is... That nigga's too quick for Flight, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
With
like, look at these moves he's pulling off.
Standing up on defense.
Like, look at how much space Flight damn near at the goddamn. He at the exit of the gym. Like,
and for the millionth time, stop doing this football move. It's never worked. And
please stop doing this move. Please.
Up on defense, and for the millionth time, stop doing.
Like, why are you turning your back towards the defense? I mean, towards the your opponent. This is stupid, bro. Stop doing that, Flight. Please. Stop doing this shit, man.
It's never worked, and it's only going to put you on the wrong side of the highlight. There's literally no way you can guard someone with your back turned. This is probably Flight's worst attribute this June, and it all ties to stamina. Once Flight can improve that, he's going to finish games stronger. Now, with all that being said, let's talk about June Flight's 1v1 record and stats from this year. In June of 2025, Flight played a total of 7 1v1 games, and I'm going to count all of them. This includes all 3 games that he played against Julian Newman. With that in mind, Flight didn't win a single game this June and had a record of 0-7. His
you couldn't get me one Flight! This nigga couldn't get me one win, bro.
Losses came against Julian Newman 3 times, Jeffrey Bowie, Kenny Shao, Adrian Harden, and Cashnasty. His worst overall game was easy.
It really would have been he really would have lost 8 games, cause if he would have played Solomonati in June, bro, that shit would have been ugly. I ain't gonna lie.
Against Julian Newman in the first game they played. In that game, Flight got skunked 13-0 and shot 0-4 from the field. Now, despite Flight losing every game, he still had some decent shooting performances. His best game stat-wise was against Julian Newman in the third game they played. Flight shot 53% from the field and had 9 points in a really close battle. Now, if you want to see the rest of the stats from the other games, it is on the screen right now, and feel free.
All these damn L's. God damn.
To pause the video if you want to see it. Anyways, to conclude this section of the video, Flight had a June record of 0-7, and when you combine this with his all-time record, Flight is now 24 and 128. Just to this with his all-time record, Flight is now 24.
Flight, you lost 128 times, bro. And I bet 24 of those wins was against people that haven't even touched the basketball a day in their life. Oh my God, 128. You lost 128 losses.
And 128. Just to give you guys a quick rundown, Flight was 23 and 112 by the end of last June. He also lost Zach TTG, Dino B Balling, Ray Twice, Drift TJ, Silky, Jason DeWeen, and DD.
This nigga lost to
Balling, Ray Twice, Drift TJ, Silky.
This nigga lost to Silky.
Jason DeWine, and DDG.
And DDG. Bro, everybody named mama know DDG cannot hoop. All he do is just shoot that and hope it go in. Everybody know DDG can't hoop, man.
This year, he only got one win since then, as he beat
And Silky got
the
lucky.
worst hooper I've ever seen in
Oh yeah, Chino.
Chino.
This don't count. This don't count, Flight. You going against people that haven't even touched the ball a day in their life, bruh.
9 losses, as well as the 7 from this June, make the 23 and 112 record go up to 24 and 128.
You only won one game.
I don't know what to say at this point.
Damn!
Now let's talk about June Flight's 1v1 stats from this year. In the 7 games that I researched, Flight attempted a total of 112 shots from the field and made 35 of them, which results in a 31 total field goal percentage. From 3, Flight attempted 40 shots and only made 8 of them, which results in a 20 3-point field goal percentage.
Flight, just stop shooting threes. Stop shooting threes, Flight. Like, you not Curry, bro. This man... He look up to Curry so much, bro. All he do is just shoot threes, man. Like, just at least practice them. Like,
percentage. Now let's take a look.
That's
at
poo-poo.
Flight's
Oh
shot
my
chart
lord.
2025. Compared to the previous years, there are not as many shots attempted, but it's still worth breaking down. As you see, Flight was pretty efficient around this.
Yeah, on the right side. Yeah, he love driving right, doing that damn fadeaway hook, goddamn layup, whatever the fuck that is.
Right block. This is where most of those 2-foot finishes came from. However, like I said earlier, Flight shot way too many deep threes.
Yeah.
Yes, he made some, but the percentages showed that he wasn't consistent. And last but not least, Flight shot terribly in both corners. In fact, he went 0 of 11 in those 2 spots combined. If Flight can just develop some type of mid-range game, he's going to be more efficient. Now, with that being said, let's compare this June Flight to 2024 first. As you see, Flight's field goal percentage went up by 6% and his 3 went up by 8%. Obviously, there's still a lot more work to do, but it's still improvement. Now, in comparison to the other years, this stands out as the most efficient one. 2023 is close to the 3-point percentage, but 2025 has the better total field goal percentage. Obviously, the sample size was smaller and with no wins to back it up, but that's what Flight was able to provide this June. Apparently, he had a quote-unquote grade 1 calf strain.
Hey guys, now this part right here is where I suffered a devastating injury, my first time having a grade 1 calf strain. Per doctors, they said I should lay off of it about 1 to 3 weeks, but hey, it's June!
So hopefully Flight can heal up. And that pretty much concludes this video. Now we know how 2025 June Flight performed in comparison to previous years. His finishing definitely improved, but his shot...
Yeah, so I guess 2025 was his best year, but... the nigga hasn't won no game, bro. Like, he needs to win, bro.
And defense need to be better. Flight finished this
June
averaging 6 points per game while shooting 31% from the field and 20% from 3. But what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on June Flight this year? What overall will you give him? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Also, let me know...
Flight, you went up to... I'll give Flight a smooth 64. 64 overall. And that's just me being generous. Like, you...
If you guys want me to run back the ones with Flight and
64
also play
overall.
cash, I know a lot of you have been asking for the ones, so let me know. I hope everyone has a great day. Peace out.
Hey man, what y'all think about this year's Flight? Was Flight better this year than the previous years, or yeah, just let me know, bro. Oh, he reacted to this video too. God damn, I thought I was gonna beat him to it, but fuck it, I'll still drop it.